Hello and welcome back to Ant's Gecko Life. Today, me and my girlfriend Beth checked out the New England Reptile Convention in Manchester, New Hampshire on April 2nd, 2023. I'm going to start off the video just showcasing the few geckos that I picked up at the show. And then after that, I'm going to cut into the show itself and show you everything that went on. Hope you enjoy the video. First, I brought home a female Bell Max Snow white and yellow. I got her from Firehouse Geckos. She's really nice. I really like the white and yellows and bells, so I had to grab her. This one I got from Wild Eye Exotics. I didn't pay $250. He was looking to get rid of some geckos, so he made me a really good deal, and I just love this guy. He's a male. Look how dark that is. That is awesome. He's also a white and yellow bell. And this guy is just stunning. I really got an amazing deal on this guy. Wild Eye Exotics really kind of they kind of took the show for leopard geckos this year. I thought he had the most interesting stuff for sure. But again, him and J5, they're really the two big leopard gecko vendors here in the New Hampshire show, I'd say. This video is going to be mostly leopard gecko centric. The show itself was mostly different kinds of snakes. I got a lot of video of snakes, but I don't know much about snakes. The third leopard gecko I got is a hyperxanthic bold emerine cross. I got him from J5. And again, J5 wasn't having many sales, so he hooked me up with this one for a real good deal. Look how red her legs are. This was the ride home. I felt so bad for her. She couldn't wait to get out of that little cup, so I held her the entire ride home, which was quite a ride. And you can see under her the bells walking around. Their poor eyes hated the sunlight. I put them down by my feet eventually. And this was just a little close-up of what was left at the Wild Eye Exotics table. He had a lot of Rainwaters and Zephyr projects. His table was completely full the first time I went around, but this was all that was left the second time. Another big vendor came around and bought up most of his stuff. And this here is from when I actually first showed up at the convention. When you walk through the door, it was really busy this time around. We only get the convention like 2 or 3 times a year up here in this part of the country, so it's usually pretty busy. A good shot of Noah's boas. It's okay, easy girl. Yeah, again, a lot of footage of snakes in this video. I was mainly there for the leopard geckos, so that was really the only times I really slowed down and showed everything. The snakes I kind of just scanned over, but you'll see that there's a lot of that in this video because, like I said, the convention is mostly snakes. There's my dude. I'm sure you guys recognize him from YouTube. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's a really nice guy. I've talked to him before. He had some really cool tokay geckos. Really nice.
Look at him, he's like, I don't care.
A lot of isopods. Another subject I don't know much about. Yummy. Who loves dead rats? a big boy. I think he was only like $200.
That's 200. Wow.
Snakes are beautiful creatures, though. I wish I could have all the reptiles for sure. Every reptile here was really interesting and cool.
I think the biggest difference is just the width of the black around. The colors are. I think that was really pretty. Even though that one might be a little more colorful. I just like the way the saddles are. Probably the biggest difference. This is the only one.
I do apologize for my puppy whining in the background. Her mama went out to eat and she just misses her mama.
I think that'd be nice.
Have you kept resilience before?
With eyes.
The key with those is very, very, very high humidity.
Yeah.
If you let them dry out, you don't have nice size water bowl and then some kind of bedding you can keep. Yeah.
Oh man, he's beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank you.
The world is in your
I
hands.
know. I just came out with that design and they're all hand screen printed.
Here you go, babe. A snail and mushrooms. Oh, there you go. How you doing? This is the box in which he came from.
She's going back to sleep though.
Yeah, she's a little more comfortable now.
Yeah.
Hi, your house geckos. I got like 10 of your business cards already.
Okay.
I see you guys every year.
It's not me, it's Doug.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just usually with them.
Oh, okay.
We're not even seeing forward yet, so it could go either way because you really don't know until 20, 25 grams. Yeah, but a lot of times they don't drop that till that's what you don't really know until about there. At this age, all you can do is look at a microscope and see if you see colors. There'll be these scales that look like they are highlighted almost like this.
kid, that's if I said yes to those and on, I had a kid. I started eating, and they went over there and talked. They talked right now.
All of our people eat that, so without knowing that. And then this is like such a good thing. I'm most of the time, I don't want to feed into your feeder box, technically. Just the tiniest bit. I would find like if you have like a piece of paper plate or something, just to set it on.
Well, you don't have it.
After opening that
Oh, okay. Have you guys anything? Questions?
I'm looking for that little very
I tried looking things on this table. I bought some air plants for my gecko cages as well. Really want to step up my setups and make all the geckos feel like they have a really nice natural habitat. At these shows, I love to buy as much of that stuff as I can and put it all towards the tubs and tanks that I got for my leopard geckos. Snakes galore, snakes. We got some cresties, some cute cresties in here.
yes, okay, child.
25.
The snake was only $25. It's kind of crazy to me. Some lily whites, gargoyles. They're really high up there on geckos that I want to own for sure. Reptile toys. I guess dinosaurs are reptiles too. Lots of cork bark. I bought like 10 pounds of cork bark today, not gonna lie. It's nice to see all of these reptile lovers out there though. It's not a totally dying thing yet. I'd love to see leopard geckos become more popular again. I mean, I can't imagine that many of these snakes sold. I mean, I'm sure a lot of snakes were sold today, but probably a small percentage compared to the amount of snakes that are actually here. I don't know. The leopard gecko guys were saying that they were only selling one or two as well, so that's why they wanted to give me deals so eagerly. Hello, Hazel. Good girl. I'd love to have like nice big setups like this someday if I had like a crested gecko or something. Or Lucianus, that'd be really sweet.
It's my full back guy.
You got snakes. Snakes, snakes, snakes.
How you doing today?
$25,000 to $25,000. I'm not sure why crested geckos are as popular as they are either. Like, they are really awesome animals, but I don't really see much variation in them. Kind of seems like a lot of these crested geckos just look the same, except for some of the, like, maybe the lily whites and Dalmatians. The leopard geckos just have so much variation. We're still, like, discovering all these wild-looking leopard geckos. That's why I love them so much. I love frogs too. These guys are crazy. These frogs were wild. Really cool guys. Some more snakes here in deli food trays. If you're a guy here looking for leopard geckos, I don't know, for me it was pretty easy to kind of just spot where I wanted to look. I'm really just looking at all this for the video's sake, but for me, like, the whole walking around and looking for tables process really only took about 10 minutes because it was like, oh, no leopard geckos, no leopard geckos, no leopard geckos. Alright. Really, if you're just looking for leopard geckos, it's pretty easy to spot out what you're looking for. These little axolotls, these are really, really cool to me too. All kinds of new morphs of these guys being found all the time. They're really cute. I actually had these when I was a little kid, like just the normal, like most basic morph. They were like dark black or brown. But I had 2 of those when I was younger. They were pretty dirty. Dirty animals, if I remember. Some people like associate Pokemon with reptiles too, which I kind of think is interesting, but I don't know. It's definitely like a certain breed of people that seem to be into reptiles. A lot of people with tattoos, myself included. Seems to be like just the people that are just kind of geek out about things in general, which is fine. I'm a total geek about many, many subjects. DMJ. I always see that kid at these shows. He's real cool. He's right next to J5, who's pretty much my favorite table to visit every time I come to these. There he is.
I grabbed a white.
And
I was
he had
eyeing that
some
one.
really nice leopard geckos, as
I
always.
thought about it, but I already have it. I'm like, why would I do it again?
Yeah, right.
But
It's just such a
I
nice
don't
one.
blame you.
Yeah.
Was it like 120 or something?
Yeah, it was 120. Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
I think I wound up buying, that's the one I wound up buying. I couldn't stop looking at it, so he eventually offered me a discount, which was awesome of him. I think I came around to talk to him like 3
Hook
times.
me up. All right.
They're beautiful. Are you coming out?
I'm buying it.
Yeah, these are all great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm a real big fan of leopard geckos.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting good deals today.
Those would be good for like millions.
That's okay. She's super cute.
So I think I was actually buying him right there. Yeah, this is video of me actually purchasing him, I believe.
Like 125,
Yep.
150. She was bigger.
I really like Junior there too. He's a cool kid.
Yeah.
He's really good at selling geckos. He sold geckos to me in the past.
That's my problem. I'm trying to keep.
That's how I wound up with the kinky tail.
I know. He was supposed to give me some, like,
The kid was kind of just like throwing offers at me. I was like, all right.
I ended up with 3 turtles somehow.
I
So.
love that gecko anyways.
I got a tortoise at home.
They're
I got an Eastern Herman's tortoise.
Yeah, J5 usually has the most variety of geckos when he comes around every year.
Okay.
yellow belly.
Well, actually, multiple times a year.
Cash or card?
Card.
My lovely girlfriend Beth holding all my geckos for me like a champ.
I know you got stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, I've gotten a few for you now.
Well, it's busy,
I was only supposed to buy that one that she's holding, and I wound up
Yeah.
buying 2 more. during the making of this video.
These conventions are like all snakes, it seems. Like 90%.
I'm for sure a gecko addict. I'm at least able to keep myself to just leopard geckos. That's not even true. I own a couple fat-tailed geckos as well. It's too bad he didn't have any of his 3D printed hides that he makes, because I would have bought some for sure today.
Sweet.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Trying to save the show.
I'll see you next time. All right, peace out.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Some more axolotls.
How you doing today?
This
Wow,
woman
look at
was
these
very
guys.
kind. She started shining her black light on them.
Oh,
Look at that. It's pretty
Is that a
cool.
black
Pretty
light?
wild. I feel like axolotls will become like a kind of a big thing like in the next few years. I think they're just kind of starting right now to
what
like
makes
with
that?
people showing
What
interest
is
in
that
them.
gene that causes that?
They have their fluorescent genes in
Fluorescent?
them.
Okay.
But all of these different color axolotls, that's kind of a new thing.
Can you like touch them? I mean, I don't
No,
really play
no.
with them, but you know, you do just want to change and here, but minimize it because sometimes our hair has a different kind of lotions. Oh, yes, they are. They're not fun.
Lots of cork bark. I think I bought some from this person. They were very well stocked.
So this one is from Wild Eye, and then I need to remember where I got these from.
I
too.
stopped at Wild Eye
This is
Exotics.
J5.
That's
I stopped to
G5,
buy
and then the other one was
because he had the
a big
male
one.
white
So,
yellow
that's a
belt.
Firehouse.
Firehouse,
Okay.
yeah, don't forget.
All right, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
See you next time. No. I shouldn't spend any more money.
Exotics. They had some leopard geckos. Mostly Max Snows.
And the males are actually the cooler looking ones. But it's stretched right now, but once it fires up, its body's like that bluish beige color, and then its head is yellow. It's like pronounced yellow.
Very nice. Not much I was looking for there, but I do appreciate them at least having some leopard geckos for sale. These conventions are a really good deal too for like dubia roaches, because those things are crazy expensive at like the pet store. So I stopped and bought a whole bunch of dubias from this guy. There's some day geckos and gargoyles. Really like those. Love these gargoyles. I'd definitely buy those if I could. And these guys too. These are amazing animals. I do wonder if they'll ever go down in price a bit. I mean, I don't know many people that can afford a $1,000 to $3,000 gecko, but it is certainly, they are certainly awesome animals and beautiful.
These guys are awesome.
Lychees. Back to these guys. I really did like these guys. was kind of bothered by this, like the way they kind of just jammed all these leopard geckos into these tiny spaces. Yeah, you can see here that there's like just mountains of leopard geckos crawling on each other. They're babies, so I know that they're not violent or anything like that towards each other, but I don't know. See this? They're all just like all in big piles in the corner. They don't really like it. It's too bad though. A lot of like leucistic looking blizzard type leopard geckos. So yeah, they're crawling all over each other, just like get me the hell out of here. But I don't know. I don't really have much use for leopard geckos with no known genetics, so I can't save all these little guys, unfortunately. There was a really dark one in there though that I was interested in. It was probably like a super snow baby. Look at that crazy chameleon. It was like crawling sideways.
Oh, Chinese cave geckos.
Baby Chinese cave geckos. They had little nips in their tails. Again, I just couldn't stop focusing on the pile of baby leopard geckos.
Let's get I don't think we got the backside yet.
They had some really good deals on hides here. I picked up a bunch of hides for my babies. Wish that I bought more. Some boobies.
A lot of freezes.
I bought a bunch of those rock hides. A lot of space in this convention. A lot of room for the tables to breathe. Unlike other ones that have kind of like small hallways. This one has huge aisles to walk through. This is nice balls. I don't know my balls, so I have to take their word for it. But
We do.
Yeah.
So these guys are in.
they're called nice balls. I'm guessing they got nice balls. Who am I to say?
Is that one of Rick's?
Yeah. Remember the pairing in that?
Oh my god, that was the smallest gecko I've ever seen. You see that little guy peeking out from under there? That's a real gecko. Those guys are great. If you're looking for like rack setups, they got the best deal in town. Hyper reptile. That guy was pretty funny. Yeah, look at all those.
I know. I know it's nothing. Honestly, it's nothing. It's still like the best way to start with.
I like the little corn snakes. It's probably the only kind of snake I really like. I don't even know how big they get. Some more Leos here. Only a couple. I got a business card in front of the camera there. Sorry, I keep turning the camera different ways. Yeah, towards the end, I kind of got sick of just looking at all the snakes. I'm sorry. This guy had a lot of great bearded dragons. Some toy ones in there to trick us. Those were really cool.
Yeah, big cool.
This one's sitting outside. He's really cool. It's starting to get pretty hot in there with all these people. It was really chilly outside today, really windy, so it wasn't too bad being warm, especially for all the geckos. I'm sure they didn't mind it. Snakes, 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 snakes. Show me geckos. Books. You guys remember books from back in the day? People, stuff. This person had really nice Pac-Man frogs. The frogs are so great. I'd love to have a whole room with just a bunch of little frog tanks. Probably wouldn't need anything else in life, really. Well, except a lot of insects to feed those frogs, I guess, so. In that regard, I would need a job like I do now. I guess I'll never have a room full of frogs, what am I saying? Hello, Beth, holding my geckos. She's a real champ. She helps me out so much when we go to these things.
$10 for a little nibble.
I know, I wanted to last you guys a couple seconds.
These are some like little crawfish looking guys. Crayfish, crawfish. I think they're called crayfish.
Alright, this is gonna do like the back wall. Look at these guys.
These big old lizards. These guys look really fun to hold, actually. I don't know much about these.
Wow.
Again,
Big
like
guys.
they're like the more expensive, higher end geckos that I'll probably never get to own. Not that I don't own like $1,000 leopard geckos and stuff, but since leopard geckos is like my main focus, I guess that makes sense. Cork bark, cork bark, cork bark. Yeah, I think this is kind of gearing towards the end of the show.
I'm sorry.
More snakes than you can shake a snake at. There's a lot of great turtles in here. I was trying to get a shot of some really cool box turtles. There were not these turtles, but there was some people, they just wouldn't get out of the way, so I never wound up getting the footage, but yeah, I don't know, it wasn't these guys either. These guys are really neat. I don't know what they are, water dragons or something.
These guys are also
Sorry, that's Hazy drinking her water. I think you guys could probably hear that.
That's okay.
Cute little plants in old tin cans.
Just cute how they're in cans.
I like that, yeah.
Pre-made setups. Again, I wish they made some of those more geared towards leopard geckos. They're just not really in right now, I suppose.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I'm not exactly sure what type of gecko that is.
What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe it might be a few more. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one.
It's a leopard gecko.
It's a baby.
Leopard gecko species. Oh, baby gargoyle. Yeah, it's sour geckos. That's not nice.
Alright, we need to find a take the road.
How you guys doing?
Soul sucker. Any chance I can hold one of the big ones?
Maybe. Just give me a minute is what a
Finally, some Leos.
I don't know who's down there.
It's kind of funny how they all kind of aren't sitting in any of the bedding. They're all just kind of like, as you can see, they've kicked all the bedding out from under them and they're just sleeping on the cup itself, the deli cup there. None of them are actually on top of the bedding that's in there for them. That rainwater was really nice. That was a really nice gecko. I really wish that I could have bought that one.
It's like he has an eye on it. It's like,
A lot of nice leopard geckos. I really like that one too, the green Pacific green. really considering buying that one, but I had no price on it. And the people were pretty busy. And I really don't have much more money to spend than I already did. One last shot at the wild eye. But yeah, that was the New England Reptile Convention. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the footage at least. Feel free to check out some of my other footage if you like reptiles and leopard geckos. Have a great, amazing, wonderful day. Peace out.